Got it. Live Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Hello, hello. Good afternoon, children. Good afternoon. In the earlier classes, we were discussed various topics. The fifth sem, that is about quantitative techniques and economics analysis. Quantitative techniques and economics analysis, in which we had a detailed discussion on various topics, especially in the unit 2, that is introduction on statistics, where we studied about various aspects on different aspects, that is what statistics speaks, that is collection of data, organization of data, presentation of data, condensation of data. In fact, statistics having the two, one is plural sense and another one is called singular. According to plural sense, aggregates of numerical facts, whereas in the singular sense, collection, organization, presentation, analysis of data is called statistics. Statistics can be studied through the statistical methods or applied statistics. Statistics having the relation with economics, statistics having the relation with trade and commerce, right? Statistics having relation, statistics having interrelation with the mathematics, even it is having the relation with botany, zoology, medicine, environment, microbiology, and whatnot. In so many, not only that, even in the physical sciences like geology, geography, mining, astronomy, in such also statistics, useful and statistics is there. When come to about the social science related, so many in the education, in the history, in the sociology, in the psychology, analysis, the statistics is so much involved and important. My dear children, statistics much more useful and having the interrelation in education, psychology, and so many things. That's why statistics is so important, because it performs so many functions. It shows reality and complicated Huge data also it simplifies. For comparison also it will help. Not only that, even qualitative development it use, we make use of this one. And economic policies, economic programs, economic strategies more are depend, are developed, are processed with the help of statistics only. Even future expectations like a demand forecasting, supply forecasting, weather forecasting, and whatnot. In such cases, also it is useful. So many hypotheses were preparing with the help of statistics, but the statistics having some limitations also. Those limitations are that in general we can talk to the statistics, but individually we can't. This is gives only numerical information, but what is fact we may not know. Available based on available data only it speaks. Sometimes it may not be give correct results. Exactly we cannot say, but approximately we can speak on. These are the some of the limitations of the statistics. The statistical information, that is data we collect from population, that what we call it as a census, or else we go with the sampling, means a part of whole information, whichever we collected, that we make it as a systematic order, organizing, maybe individual series or discrete series or continuous series. Especially in the continuous series, we take care of that. How many classes, what should be the class limit, what are the upper limit, what should be the lower limit, open end or close end or mid, like that. After that only the data will be in the systematic order. In addition to that, we go for cumulative frequency distribution preparation. My dear, here less than frequency and more than frequency, so we can make out of available data. It's what we had in chapter number 4. This chapter through which we collected our say simplify, organize the data, we're supposed to present it. The presentation, especially more and more attractive, easy for analysis, it is also what you say a beautiful nature, because everybody will attract through that diagrammatic or graphic presentation. And moreover, not required so much of subject knowledge or need not to become a literate also. And we can save time, we can save energy, we can save money also. Even illiterate also can understand the most of the things we use to present through the diagrams and what to say graphs. These will help to compare also. But this diagrammatic graphic presentation, some limitations. These are approximately but not exact one. If it is big data, we cannot able to present it. Moreover, when we presentation when we present in this, the most important one is histogram. Rectangular bars we construct on the graph paper, especially group data, class intervals. Most of us things from the and draw a line that we call it as a frequency polygon, and the freehand line is called frequency. After that, we can make a cumulative which here histogram, through the histogram we can come to know what is the mood, MOD mode, one of the average in the central tendency. When it come to less than OG, more than OG, that is less than cumulative frequency of mode, through that we can find out median is also another average in the measures of central tendency, which we call it average. In addition to that, we have other graphs also. Line diagram, bar diagram, full bar diagram, component bar diagram, and so on and so forth. Even I chart, that circular form, that what we have a topic, the chapter number 5. Let me come to know the page 6th chapter, my dear children, on which base we made this diagram presentation is based on the data. The data, how we are collecting. The first source is the primary discussion, interview, SMS, MMS, and so on. The second is already collected, processed, or semi-processed, or printed. That is published sources are published by state government or central government or firms or institutions or what to say, surveys maybe. Some are maybe unpublished. There is so much difference between primary data and secondary data. Primary data is collected by on our own, but secondary data is earlier collected that we are taking. Primary data is raw data, but secondary data is already processed data. Primary data is costly, more time. Secondary data is less time, less expenditure. Primary data, present one. Secondary data is old one. Primary data takes time. Secondary data not takes much time. Right? In the primary data, we can go for sample, but the secondary data you cannot go for sample. These are some of the differences between primary data and secondary. The primary data collection methods are direct personal interview, indirect interview, or from the correspondence, or from the schedules. In the personal, direct personal investigation, merits are there because it is correct one, reliable one, and we may have a personal interaction with the respondent. There is no question of mistakes or bias. According to their language, we can collect the information, but demerits also there. But it takes more time, more enumerators, more costly. Sometimes biasness also may be possible. When it comes to the indirect oral investigation, from other person, third person we collect. Because when it is a huge one, you cannot individually you can go and collect. But we may uh, employ some other. In this, we can take large area, large numbers, more people, but demerits are whom we are allotting, they may be reliable or may not be reliable. Like that. Then information from the correspondence, also another way. There are some merits and demerits are there. But most of the people nowadays like schedule, that is list of the questionnaire we prepare, and first we will go with the pre-testing, whatever the questions required to add, whatever the questions to be removed, what questions to be modified. After that only we go for collection, that is called pre-testing, or what you can say pre-testing. After that we go for regular sample. There we adopt either census method or sample. Census means collecting information from all, but it takes more time, more costly, more correspondence required. But the thing is, we are not neglecting anyway. Anyway, now generally we go for sample method. The sample benefit are that less time, less expenditure, less people to collect the information. But in this also demerits are so we require people to collect the information, and we're supposed to go with the scientific method. Okay, right. When you are going with the sample, we make use of different sampling. That is maybe random and non-random. The random, each individual having equal chance to get a turn to give their information. When come to non-sampling server, restricted random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, multi-stage sampling or cluster sampling like that, different are there. With that also we can collect that what we have, the chapter number 6, my dear children. Now come to the 7th chapter. There you have a different measures of central tendency, which you collected the information from that you want to get one single value, the which can completely represent the whole information. For that we have arithmetic mean, median, mode, standard, and in addition to that supplementary averages also there, like a standard deviation, mean deviation, like that and like that. Those also will help us. Okay, that calculation part, few numericals when we do, definitely we can understand. The first one, let me take up. I hope already in the earlier classes I explained, even it is required to know even other things. New topic now I want to take, that is correlation, which in the last class also I explained. Correlation. Or instead of that, we could go for regression. Correlation in the next class, we can go for revision or index numbers also. But now let me take regression, chapter number 10. Meaning of regression. What is the relation between correlation and regression? Regression analysis, different methods in the regression analysis, merits and demerits of the regression analysis, etc. The regression means going back, stepping down, moving back, return to average. In 1877, in fact, is a biology scientist. He spoke about regression. His name is Francis Galton. What he said, there is a some regression there, that is he taken fathers and sons about the height. Whose father's height is more, their son's height also. Whose father is color is black, their son's color also black. Whose father is intelligent, their son also intelligent. Like that, he come to know with his analysis. What he said in his analysis, regression towards mediocrity in hereditary stature. Once again, I am repeating, is a article. Name is regression towards mediocrity in hereditary stature. In that, what results he declared that who are having the more height fathers, their children, their sons, also having the higher height, whose fathers are having the less height, that is till their sons also height size is less, that he found. So the sun's height is depend on father's height. Sun's color is depend on father's color. Like that, what he want to develop an equation. X is depend on Y and Y is depend on Y. X is depend on Y. Or sometimes Y is depend on X. So this regression speaks about the average relation. And its results. Regression analysis having some features. Here we take 2 or more than 2 group of variables we take. One is independent and another one is dependent. For example, demand is dependent on price. One is here, demand is independent, price is independent. Demand is dependent, price is independent. Same way here, one is independent and another was dependent. How? So here equations are like this: x on y and y on x. So here once again I want to make it clear, my dear children, that there is a difference between correlation and regression. Correlation and regression. Correlation speaks about two or more than two group of variables relation it shows. When come to the regression, it speaks about two or more than two group of variables average relation it speaks. Correlation not shows the cause and effect relation, but whereas regression shows cause and effect relation. Correlation may be positive or negative or no correlation. But when come to the regression, definitely relation will be there. Correlation interdependent, but whereas regression is independent. Correlation speaks about linear or non-linear and its direction. But when come to the regression, it having some target. How much y is depend on x, or x is depend on y. It speaks of. So there is a difference between correlation and regression. Regression, we have a different types. Simple, multiple regression, linear and non-linear regression, partial regression, aggregate regression. Different types we have. To analyze regression, there are various methods are available. One is called graphic method. Second one is called equation method. The graphic method we have scatter diagram and trigonometric diagram. When come to the equation, through the equations which we are analyzing the regression are simple regression equations, or else regression coefficient. In the regression coefficient, we have direct method, indirect method. The indirect method also we have step deviation or without step deviation. So in your textbook also you can see the different equations. Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello? 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 Right. So hello, am I audible? Hello? Here, the page number 222, nicely given here. That is positive correlation. That is R is equal to 1. Positive correlation. Negative correlation -1. But when come to third and fourth, you can see how different curves are showing. Now, when come to the regression, y on x. Y on x. Y is equal to a plus bx. Here, y is depend on x. As in when x is changing, y also going to change. Means y is dependent variable, x is independent variable. Whereas here a is a coefficient, constant. B is nothing but slope of that. So A, B are the constants. The changing one is x. When x is changes, y also changes. These we can derive from other two more equations, which are you have page number 223. 223. Sigma y is equal to Na plus B sigma x, the first equation. Second equation is sigma xy is equal to A sigma x plus B sigma x square. So the next, how we can, this is about the y on x. Another one, x on y. X on y means x is depend on y. When y changes, x also changes. Here, x is dependent variable, y is independent variable. Here also a and b are the constants. Then only changing one y is only the changes. Here again, this is how we can derive from the following equations. That is sigma x is equal to Na plus b sigma y. Second is sigma xy is equal to a sigma y. A sigma y plus b sigma y square. This is called least squares method. Here given one of the example with the numerical 224 page number. X value given, y value given, and we calculated with least squares. Least squares method. How we can? One method is given, x square, y square, xy. Then substituted in the y and x. Then we got a values. And substituted where x value is there, y value is there, and xy is there. Sigma x 200, 5a, 75b, sigma x 75. Next 2400. So we derived 250, b is equal to 400, then b is equal to 1.6. That b value when we are substituting in the equation, that is we will get b, we got it. Now next thing we are supposed to get a. A we got it. A is 16, B is 1.6. Okay. AB value when you are substituting in the equation, that is 16 plus 1.6. So when go on changing the x value, we will get. For example, in this y will same way we can find out. If it is y, x on y or y on x, then we are substituted same way. We got it. Now, if you x on y means minus 1 plus 0.55. That is the x is dependent on y. Y is dependent. So both the equations are drawn here. The page number 226. Then we got the value. And Another methods also available, that is what we say, linear regression curves. So these are having some, what you say, usage, especially in the social science. These are very, very, very useful to know how the demand is decided by price, how the supply is decided by price. Like that we can come to know, and we can forecast also in future how the demand is going to be, how the supply is going to be, and what will be the price even. Hello, hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Sai, am I audible? ఏదో వచ్చిందిరా. Hello, am I audible? Okay. So in this way, we have a regression analysis. Then in the coming classes, let us have a detailed discussion on the index numbers, and revision of correlation and comparing with the regression. And in addition to that, the earlier classes which we taught also, we can have one more round of revision also. Okay. Am I audible? Is it clear? If you have any doubt in any topic, you are welcome to ask in the, at least in the coming classes. Even now also you are welcome to ask the doubts. Am I clear? Anything you want to share? Hello, hello. Today we taken the topic on regression, which is also very important topic in the quantitative techniques and economics analysis. That is how X is depend on Y. If not, Y is depend on X. So these regression equations are two, and this regression is completely different from correlation. How those are different also explain.